we have another week in the books, and we're going to do a small first time of the 2024 season of the Homestead update. We ain't done one for a while, so I figured we'd do one today. We got a fair bit done in the last couple weeks, so we'll do a Homestead update today. The hanging baskets are starting to fill in. Look good. These petunias are looking really nice. She went through and pinched them this morning. Pinched all the flower blooms off. The geraniums are looking really good, actually. She went through them yesterday and picked off the flower blooms. Combo baskets are starting to fill out. They're starting to look pretty decent for the most part. There's a few that's hit and miss, but all in all, they look really good. And we don't open for a month. It's about 5 more weeks. Yeah, 5 more weeks. Wow. And we got a lot going on between now and then. Got some onions. These will go in the garden. They won't for a little while yet. They'll go in the garden. Tomatoes, I just did a video. Well, I'm working on a video for those. That's what I have left, which you'll see about that in about a month. You'll see that video. Actually, all the flowers are looking good. We got some lavenders. They just came in. She up potted them. These here's the lettuces, and the kale and spinach is going in the garden here very soon. These are cat mints, not catnip, cat mint. These bloom purple year round. Well, not year round, all summer long, and the bees love these things. So these I split from some we have, and I'm going to plant these down around the big garden. Got a lot of rosemary. She just got these potted up yesterday, her and her mother, Heather, and her mom. And they all look good. Most of them. And over there we got some zinnias and dahlias that her and her mother potted up yesterday as well. And she went through and got all the succulents taken care of. Actually, some of these look really good. She just did all these up this past week of this from here down. She just did them up this past week. We do have a mess in here. We need to clean it up. We got pots and stuff laying everywhere. We got a lot of plants coming next week. We got most of our plants are coming next week. Actually, all the flowers that we have left is going to be here Thursday next week. So then we got a lot of rosemary and not rosemary. That's right there. We got horseradish and rhubarb coming next week as well. We got to pot them up. So a lot of this stuff will be gone. Pot wise will be gone in next week this time. So down here we got a wet spot, and it's been low in this field for a long time. I noticed it last year. Actually, I noticed it before that, but last year I noticed it was low and laid fairly wet right here. So the other night, the chicken made a weird sound. So the other night I come down here and dug a hole, as you can see. Of course, she's so far away you can't, but if she comes in a little closer. I didn't dig a big hole, but I dug a little bit of a hole. It's that deep. And the water's clear, so I'm thinking there might be a spring right here, but I ain't 100% sure. So I think I'm going to dig it a little bit bigger, maybe go deeper, maybe put a drive well in, and just drive a well in. They're only good for 20 feet deep, but I got water right there laying, so I'm not sure when we'll do there yet, but something I thought I'd share that with everybody. Get your opinions, put them below, because I'm not sure about a spring. I'm not sure if that's what that is. It might just be runoff, but it didn't rain for the last 2 or 3 days, and it's still clear full of water, so I don't think it's runoff. So as you can see, the garlic all looks really good. Hopefully you can see that in the camera. I don't know if you can or not real well, but it looks really good. Hopefully we have a really good harvest this year with the garlic. This is the bed I did a hugel mound in this last fall, and then planted garlic in it. So what I did was dug down about so deep, and I put a bunch of if you remember right, there was a big old pile of rotten wood right there, and I just put it in there and covered it back there with dirt. And I put some compost on top of that, and then planted garlic right into it. So we'll see how it does.
It's looking awesome.
Yeah, it is. And I mulched it with hay. And I sprayed it with fishy mulching last fall, and I'm going to spray. I need to spray it again, but I keep forgetting to. Only time I think about it is when I'm down here and see it. And I'm out doing something else I don't think about. I need to put it on my list, and I never. And we split the flock a few weeks ago, as you've seen. As you saw that video, and this is the potato bed, and that's going to be sorghum. So that sorghum is going to actually be their feed next winter. We're going to feed them. It's pretty high in protein, so we're going to feed them sorghum seeds, grain. You can actually take the canes, and you can make syrup out of it. I don't know that I will, but you can. I may try to. I don't know for sure. But if you look at our field where the chickens was last year, our meat birds, you can see it's definitely greening up a fair bit. And where they weren't, it's not as green. But it definitely looks way better
than it was.
Yes, for sure. And up in here, I've been planting stuff all over the place. I dug a bunch of daffodils up that was up there by our old compost pile. And I planted a lot of them out through here. I'm not even sure how many I planted. I filled a 5-gallon bucket up and I just split them up and planted them. So this here's a peach tree. It's actually starting to come to life a little early. That stalk there needs cut off, but it's actually starting to grow, which is great. These are 2 peach trees here too. I'm going to plant somewhere. I'm not sure yet exactly where I'm going to put them. But I planted a lot of. Today I just planted 2 goji berries in here. But I got mints and berries and I don't know what all was in there, but I got a lot of stuff in there growing. I put some comfrey in there. I got all kind of stuff in there growing. So hopefully that's going to turn out to be something. I need to get some wood chips in there and get rid of some of that grass yet, but it's coming. It's a work in progress. Our asparagus patch is starting to fill up with grass, which, I guess something's got to grow. Ain't the asparagus. The raspberry patch looks fine, but it's definitely not producing any flowers on it yet, which it won't for another month or so. So yesterday I come down here and I cleaned up a lot of their chicken yard. I got a lot of this old hay and stuff, straw and hay, and from around here, and I put it inside their greenhouse. And this is still a lot here, but their greenhouse is full. And I'm not sure which one of these it is, but one of these stupid birds is starting to eat eggs. And when I find out which one it is, they'll graduate to freezer camp.
Yummy.
You may like the eggs, but we like chicken.
And eggs.
So there's still a lot down through here. I need to get it gathered up and put it in a pile somewhere. But in here, inside here, I piled it all up here, which I could probably put more in here now because it's down some. But what was in here, I shoveled all the way to the back. Excuse me there, lady. I had this area here down to the ground, and I had this pile here was probably up to here yesterday. Then that pile was probably the same, but now it's kind of leveled out a little bit. So this here, over the next, and this, I don't know if you can see, that's really starting to look good. So this here, over the next few weeks, I'm not sure when, but over the next week or so, I'm going to take a lot of this, and take it down there where the other chickens are and put it over the potato area and take a fork and fork it so a lot of it gets down in. So then this between this and their poop, that'll be the fertilizer for our potatoes this year. But this here's starting to look really good. And this here's just, it's not bad. It's actually broke down pretty good. But it's got a long way to go. So Yeah, we're trying to make compost. That's more or less mulch. This year's more or less mulch. And this year might end up mulching the potatoes because it's not down all the way, and I might just plant the potatoes in that and cover it with this. I'm not sure, but there's a lot of this around here. And I put 2 more bales in here yesterday. Of course, that hay there was old and moldy. It was starting to break down pretty good on its own, and I give them down there some too yesterday. So pretty much yesterday, actually it was yesterday when Heather and her mother was potting up flowers and plants and whatnot, I was over here cleaning this mess up. If you remember right from the video from the other night, this was 5 bays, and I told you I was going to take it down to 2. So I did, and I got all this cleaned up. There was still probably that much compost laid on the ground. I just put it in the first bay. Then I got all this cleaned up. I got some more to clean up. I got that wire there. I'll probably get it gathered up and take it to the dump. This old spool, I don't know what I'll do with it. I should burn it, but I don't know what I'll do with it. Might let it later it'll rot, so I don't know. But this here's the pile that this will be the next, like this fall or next spring one, I'll screen this pile. And when we start bringing stuff out from in the house, we'll start putting it in this bay. But you can see there's a lot of compost here. I don't know how much I got, honestly. I would guess. I took out 3 wheelbarrow loads and put it in the greenhouse, which you saw the other day. If you didn't, you need to go back and watch that video.
The reveal. Da, 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 da. Oh my gosh.
I don't think Heather's even saw how big that pile was till now.
No.
I would guess there's probably 2, maybe 2.5 yards there. Yeah, so.
Wow.
And last fall I didn't screen any. And there's still some paper shreds that if you remember right in that other video, I showed you a bunch of paper that wasn't rotted up. I got most of it out, but what's in here, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. But this is some pretty good looking compost for the most part. There's not a thing wrong with that compost.
And that used to be
lots of stuff. Used to be old food scraps. Actually, there's a chicken in there.
Yeah. Paper towels.
All of our paper products.
It just all disintegrates down.
Paper towels, yeah. Tissues, whatever will rot gets thrown in there.
Yep. Makes into gold for the garden.
Black gold, that's right. So I believe that's going to wrap this up. And anybody that's watched it this long, please, if you have any ideas on what to do with that wet spot down there, let me know. I'm just curious what everybody's thoughts are. I'm debating if I want to dig a pond out or if I want to just dig just a little bit of a pond and maybe get a solar powered pump and pump the water up to a holding tank and then water the garden with it, or just put a drive well in. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. So I'd like some ideas. So if you did like the video, like it, share it with your friends and family, and until we meet again, take care and God bless.
See ya.